The streets are golden. What? Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the Comfort Show. Because we want to have a wonderful day on this 17 April 2025. On this 18, my apologies. They were reviewing another movie. We were reviewing Sausage Party. So Sausage Party, the plot is what? I want to start to do the plot of the movie, then we'll do what we think about it. So basically, products in a grocery store that are thinking that there is a heaven out there, and their job is to get picked out by the god, which is a client. So actually a super nice thing. You're seeing a completely different version. For example, there's this person that's cooking, and they have this realization that holy shit, this is bad, right? What I really enjoyed is the ones of the plot that feels phenomenal is that it's a really feel good movie. In a weird way, this is kind of like a Toy Story, but for food. So Toy Story once again is okay. We're coming alive when there's nobody, but when there's a kid, just let's be chill. So it did remind me a lot about that. Another case is what I'm seeing with Sausage Party. It's very the plot is very very good. There's a bunch of voice actors. There's Jonah Hill. There's Nick Kroll. There's a bunch of really really good voice actors. Seth Rogen, and what I really like about the movie is like the plot, which is every single morning they're singing a song, right? And then you realize that this song was a Arab phone, which is basically oh, I told you this, but you tell me that. He told me this, and then I said that. It's this first version of the story has been told again and again and again and again and again, and now the first song that was supposed to say, hey, be careful, it's dangerous out there, becomes, hey, you have to get chosen, right? Now the subplot, which is phenomenal, is there's a small sausage, and the small sausage like, hey, I cannot really be chosen because of my size. So there's a story of acceptance or self-acceptance, which is really cool. Or there's just other story where if you get out of the packaging, then you're not gonna be chosen, right? Which is also super nice. The fact that they're talking with each other is also super good. The movie itself is quite entertaining. It's interesting. It feels a bit long, but all in all, it's a really good movie. It's a movie that you're gonna enjoy because of the voice actors, because of the plot also. The movie is really charged though. So for example, there's talk about the Palestine and the Israeli conflict. There's talk of purity and religion. There's talk of the Second Reich, right? There's talk of even in the Second Reich, they're talking about killing the Jews versus what. So that's it's very politically inclined. There's a lot of talk of deep. There's a lot of deep talk, and it's a feel-good movie for sure. So it begins by saying so what do you call it? It's tough. It's tough because it's such a complex movie, and it's a complex movie when you look outside of the tip of the iceberg. So when you look deep down, it is so well done. So one of my favorite part is, for example, right? You got these two people, which is Seth Rogen, right? And the I don't know the voice actress. I'm sorry, and he learned the truth about the gods. They're gonna get eaten. They're gonna get cut up. They're gonna get cooked, right? So he's trying to tell people, and everybody's like, "Yo, you're an heretic," right? And the love of his life, she believes in something else. She believes in she believes in what should I call it? She believes in the true story, which is the gods, and they're good. So he has to tell her, right? And he has to tell her, hey, this is not good. And she's like, yeah. And this guy constantly searches for the truth. And he's willing to go aisle by aisle. So the aisle, which I really enjoyed, was kind of like a city. in itself. So that I really enjoyed. The movie in itself, there's a ton of funny moments. For example, there's a sausage that gets to the douche, right? And to the douche, and it's like, and the even the villain, which is the douche in the movie, it's actually really good. So yeah, the sausage and the douche gets up in the devil, which is a employee there, and he gets into his pants, and the sausage is leaning. So when you look at it, it seemed like a sausage, looked like a penis, right? So that was really funny. The douche in itself, is such a good product. So the douchebag is this douchey guy, which is Nick Kroll. If you like, what's his name? There's a character that he does in the Troll Show, which is Nick something, and he's really a douchebag, and he makes fun of the people from Jersey Shore. So he does it like characters, and the base story of the douche is like, okay, well, I used to be this perfect product, but now nobody's gonna take me, and because nobody's gonna take me, then I'm gonna have to survive another way. If I can't reach heaven, I'll make heaven my own place, right? So that's super good. And he wants vengeance because somebody made him not good. So yeah, so this is actually pretty entertaining. However, the movie at the end finished in an orgy. There's an orgy. There's and to me, the movie was good until the orgy, because the orgy, like, what the fuck, what is going on? You know, there's nothing wrong with an orgy. There's nothing wrong with sexuality, but you have this feel-good movie where there's so many important subjects, right? And because there's so many important subjects brought up, then you end up with something as silly as the way they did. And like, what was the point of bringing all these interesting topic up? What was the point of talking about this societal problem that we had if it was to abandon the plot midway? And to me, that was kind of dumb. But again, I respect the idea or the mentality behind it. So that's pretty much it. That's the sausage party. Just now, I have to do this. Things are better in America. Things are dun, dun, dun. Making Gina coming over again. Things are better in America, where the streets are gold there. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Don't Link, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to our show. Guys, I'm doing well. So having a wonderful day on this 18th April 2025. Happy Saint Friday. Why not do something that is akin to Saint Friday and do a movie review for the movie Jeepers Creeper Resurrection? So, oops, video pose. Okay, I thought the battery was low. So in itself, the movie follows the adventure of Jeepers Creepers. It's a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. A slow start, but the movie is good. What is the plot? So the plot is kind of hard to understand. So the plot itself is about the Jeepers Creepers. It's kind of like a remake or something like that. However, if you didn't see the other movie, it's not really specified. What I really like about this movie is, first of all, they're fighting it back. Second of all, they're demystifying or trying to understand who is the Jeepers Creepers, right? And I'm pro that, but I'm also against that. So the Jeepers Creeper, we know how it works. So every 23 years, so kind of like It, which is It the Clown every 27 years. So that's something that they did that also. But there's a problem with demystifying something. The reason why It the Clown was scary is because we don't know much about him. The reason why Jeepers Creepers was scary is because we don't know much about him. Now, I'm a huge fan of Jeepers Creepers. The second one and the first one and the second one. Funny story, I lost my virginity watching Jeepers Creepers. Yeah. So I had this girl who I really like. She was kind of like, it was in grade 7. She's not the slut of the school, but I really liked her. And she used to come every single day and summer. And it was funny because we always watched a scary movie. And you know me, I'm a wussy, right? When it comes to a scary movie, I don't want to watch them. I'm afraid. But she came in and I really liked her, so I made an effort. And then we had sex watching Jeepers Creepers. I don't remember if it was the first one or the second one, but I remember it was Jeepers Creepers. It's the one where we have Justin Lee. You know the guy from Tusk, the guy from Indiana, one of the Canadian hero. Yes, that one. So Jeepers Creepers Resurrection, the understanding, trying to understand what it is. The movie felt a bit like a slow burn because it's constantly these cliche. It's constantly there's a dude and there's this girl and they're interested by paranormal. They're interested by the scary stuff. So it's a plot that is itself, but it's a plot that you feel like you saw before. So that's a bit of a negative. Again, I'm not a pro demystifying the Jeepers Creepers, but they did a really good job. And the really good job that they did was in many ways. So for example, right, you understand how it works, but you also understand how to defeat him, which is good. You understand that he's beatable, but there's the best part about it is you know that he's beatable, but you don't know if he's beatable forever or is gonna come back in 23 years, right? Now, of course, there's gory scene. The gory scenes are really well made. The fighting scene are really well made. My issue with the movie is we got these two main casts, which is the chick and the dude, and then they had some casts, which is also good, right? But the cast does feel like Red Cap. So Red Cap is what? Red Cap is people are gonna be adding to the show to have not a better show, but a bigger show. So have to have more characters. So you're having all of those characters introduced just to kill them, and you can kind of tell pretty early on they're gonna get killed. Like for example, they're hiding in the house, right? And there's this chick who's being super fucking loud. So of course, Jeepers Creepers, you're gonna know that they're there, right? There's other guy who is he's constantly clumsy and he's not really physically strong. And gets stuck in a trap, so you know he's gonna be dead, right? So you have the two main casts. In the two main casts, first of all, the girl, she gets stabbed, which sucks, but the guy doesn't get in trouble. So you have these horrible, almost horrible things that happen to everybody else but the main cast. So you're like, okay, well, I kind of know that you're a red cap, right? So, for example, a better word for red cap would be plot armor versus no plot armor. That would be the best. It would be the best solution. It would be the best. So because they got plot armor, the main character will not get hurt, but everybody else is not safe. Now, in a way, the Jeepers Creepers is the revival or reincarnation or resurrection is tough because you have almost have, and resurrection doesn't really feel like a retcon or like a remake, right? So it feels like it follows, or at least it seemed like a different plot line. So for example, in the first, second, and third one, there's kind of an understanding. In the third one, now it's complex. It's really complex because, and the resurrection, it's like, okay, well, we know where he is, but there's no mention of the first one. There's no character from the first movie, the second movie, the third movie. The only character that stays there is Jeepers Creepers. They changed his appearance. They also made him appear, which is really, 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 really cool. There's also an albino crow, so seeing that was really nice. The graphics there, the CGI is good, right? But then at the same time, you kind of you're stuck in a position where the main character, which is the Jeepers Creepers, the Jeepers Creepers. So for example, there's feeling of, is he in love with the girl, and she's acting like she's in love, right? There's this the ending scene where she kind of bowed down to him, and she's like, okay, well, you can eat me, right? But then what ended up happening is she's a trap, right? But you don't really understand why the Jeepers Creeper does it, because he met plenty of girls in previous movies and he never acted that way. So you're in a position where I understand why he's doing it, but why is he doing it? So it's really complex. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but I understand why he's doing it, because again, I know it's a plot point. You understand why he do it because he never did before, right? So there's pattern behavior, there's return behavior, there's repeated behavior. For example, it would have been really cool if in the first movie the first victim is a certain typecast, let's say girl, kind of young, let's say chubby, right? And in the second movie, the first victim that he chooses is once again the same thing. And the third movie, once he chooses, is the same thing. But since they didn't do it in the previous one, it's kind of hard to tell. The Jeepers Creepers in itself is kind of amazing, but it's just a good movie. But actually the movie is a good movie, but I don't know if I would have enjoyed it if I wasn't a fan of the series. A and B, it is a good movie, but is it as good as the three previous one? Not really. So it's fun to have love for Jeepers Creepers coming back, but it does feel a lot more like fan service than anything else. And there you go. That's the review of Jeepers Creepers Resurrection. Love you guys.